Does that look any better? Oh, she's recording me while I take it down.
Okay. In today's world, government surveillance is not a secret. However, it's also not a mainstream topic of concern. Should it be? Federal agencies know and obtain more information than what one might think. One of the easiest tactics that they use to obtain this information is through social media networks, in which essentially all data is available for the eyes of these federal agencies. However, even those without connections to these social media sites are also monitored by different methods, such as cell phone locations and Wi-Fi routers. Government surveillance is a great threat to our personal privacy and is also a violation to our Fourth Amendment. The most common type of general government scrutiny is through cell site location information, or otherwise known as CSLI technology. All phones connect to these service towers, and those service towers are bought by these phone providers. Well, these phones continuously connect with these service towers unless the phone is turned completely off. So essentially, those phones always give the user's location to those phone providers. Those in favor of this surveillance claim that one gives away their right to privacy when they purchase a cell phone. But in reality, this is a violation to our Fourth Amendment rights that read, the right of the people to secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects are against unreasonable searches and seizures and shall not be violated. This powerful insight gives the government the right to paint an intimate picture of your life. This government can determine where you live, where you go to church, what your political affections are, and much, much more. Knowing the risks that come with owning a cell phone alone can be quite concerning. During these technological advances, many find themselves guilty of accessorizing their homes with the newest technologies or wearing the newest smartware that's affiliated with their cell phones. In Jacob Silverman's Privacy Under Surveillance Capitalism, he explains the effect on how our surroundings have become overflowed with these sensors and these data producers. The earlier generations are considered a much, much more simple time where it only consisted of property and census records. However, with the continuous advancement of technology, the home and the activities, the behaviors, and the preferences of even those within it have become more transparent or even as mappable as a city street. It's become so easy for researchers to learn information such as the layout of a room or how many people are in it just by simply reading the Wi-Fi signals that are given off from their home router. These devices in which this information is observed often operate with the use of internet. Jerry Bruman's and Paula Brinkerman's Is Privacy Still Possible in the 21st Century depicts the reality that today the internet accelerates towards these trends of increased information collection and facilitates unprecedented flows of personal information. The author contributes to this statement by warning just how much technology has advanced over time, stating that cell phones and other wireless connections generate information about an individual's location and movements in a manner that has never been possible up until now. In addition to tracking one's location, the government uses other methods to obtain information through cell phones. In 2001, shortly after the 9/11 attacks, the USA Patriot Act was passed. The Patriot Act was made in order to assist the government in anti-terrorism investigations. Now, while also streamlining the process to maintain these warrants that they need in order to wiretap into someone's telephone. To this day, These exact same methods are still being applied by the Federal Bureau of Investigation of the United States and other agencies from other countries, especially in times where terror is particularly prevalent. The issue is that with this justification of saving America from terrorism, personal privacy is being infringed in a manner that is so much easier and has become less problematic. There has been a steep decline in personal privacy. Confidentiality may be melting away. Few companies and surveillances could have most of the data for countries all around the world. On a simpler scale of surveillance, the government keeps a very close eye on social media accounts. Today, 1.18 billion people will log into their Facebook accounts, 500 million tweets will be sent, and there will be 95 million photos and videos that are posted all over Instagram, all due to the human need to cultivate and to connect with people and to build relationships. The extent that many people will go to post online their everyday lives opens up a door and essentially makes their private lives become way less private. And furthermore, there is real dangers concerning posting too much online and being a person that cares more about how many people see what they post rather than who it is that's seeing what they're sharing. Government monitoring of private social media accounts constitutes a deeply invasive form of surveillance, and if government agents employ tactics that access to private social media accounts, then the Fourth Amendment has control over the government use of that social media. It's evident that the government plays a much larger role in our private life than what we might expect. The extent of surveillance is invasive, and it allows for the government to spy on its citizens in a more wide-scale fashion. What a person says or does in the security of their own home should not be surveilled.